This next song is called How to Tap on Acoustic Guitar.
Down, tika tika tar, tika tika down.
Tap on the guitar is easier than you might think. But before we get into how, let's talk a little bit about the why you'd want to tap in the first place. And there are many benefits of tapping. So that's why I personally use it a lot in my music. Well, as you already noticed, it frees up my hand. Alright, so I have my left hand tapping out the chords here. We're in the key of E minor if you want to play along. But I have my right hand just free. And what can you do with this free hand? Well, one thing you can do, of course, is to do some percussion. And you can sing along as you are playing the chords with your left hand and the percussion with your right hand. You can also use your right hand to do some tapping as well, and that gives you two-handed tapping. You can also be more creative. What else can you do with your hand? Well, you can read a book. Where has your beloved gone, most beautiful of women? Which way did your beloved turn, that we may look for him with you? And that's from the Holy Bible. And well, you can think about waving to your audience as you're performing, or if you have an itchy head, you can scratch your head. Alright, okay, but more serious things, well, there is another curious and very beneficial thing about tapping, and that is the timbre. And timbre refers to the sound quality that you are creating. Alright, so if you notice, as we are tapping, you also get this percussive effect. Right, that's the sound of you actually hitting the strings on the guitar. So if we mute the strings and I tap, you are hearing this percussion. Right? And as you are tapping with the pitch, with the note itself, the percussive effect is there as well. So if you compare just plucking the strings with tapping, there's that added percussive effect. And that's the flavor of tapping, right? That you can't get from just plucking. So it's an artistic quality that you want to achieve by tapping. Now let's talk about how to tap on the guitar. And we're first gonna talk about one-handed tapping. Alright? So what you want to do is you just want to make sure that your thumb is anchored properly behind the neck here. Many students of mine, and I know guitarists, put the thumb all the way up here. While you're playing, some things it's fine to leave your thumb up here, right? But generally, I always encourage the guitarist students to put your thumb anchored properly behind the neck. And that gives you more strength and control over the chords and your fretting hand basically. Why? Because if your thumb is up here and you're tapping, you're using the muscles of your hand. This part of your hand which is pretty weak, and you're gonna hurt yourself if you keep playing like this. But if you put your thumb here and you tap, you're using all the muscles of your entire arm. It gives you so much control. It gives you so much more power to play what you want to play. It helps to have a low action on your guitar as well, and action refers to the distance between the string and your fretboard, okay? So this distance here. So the lower it is, it's easier, but you don't want to go too low as well, or you get some buzzing on the strings. And Basically, there's no rocket science, there's no deep, dark secret about how to tap. Basically, you just position your thumb properly, take your finger, and you tap on the string, right? So practice slowly, just tap out scales. And then figure out chord positions. And you just tap it out instead of plucking, okay? So you cannot tap out chords using open chord shapes. Like E, you can only tap out chords with where you're actually fretting the note, right? You can't tap out an open string. So if you want to learn more about how to achieve all these chord shapes and positions, do check out these 2 videos here and you get a good grasp about how to play chords throughout the entire fretboard. Alright, so that's how you tap with one hand. There's not much for me to teach you because honestly, it just takes a lot of practice and developing the calluses on your nails by continuously practicing, and soon you won't even feel a thing anymore. Now let's talk about some two-handed tapping. This one, you're gonna take your right hand, and what you wanna do is to put your thumb on top of the neck here. And what you do is you take your ring finger and you grasp the bottom of the neck here. So it's like you're gripping onto the neck, alright? Now you don't want to grip really, really hard, no. You just wanna to put it here so that you sort of have an anchor on it, but you don't want tension. Take your middle finger. Most of the time I use my middle finger, and you just tap out notes. Alright? I use my middle finger because it's the longest finger. But when you're tapping really quickly, what you want to do is you alternate between the index and the middle finger. Now another thing that you might want to do is to do hammer-ons and pull-offs with your taps. Alright, so as I tap with my right hand and I pull it off. And I'm pulling upwards on the string to create the second note that is fretted by my left hand here. Right, pull up. And you can also do slides with your tapping hand, like this. Okay, so that's it. It's pretty much self-explanatory, right? There's no rocket science behind tapping the guitar. You just have to go out there, dispel the illusion that it's some super advanced technique, and just do it. And very soon, you'll be on your way to tapping all your songs away, okay? So have lots of fun. Do subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what I'm doing. It helps me, it encourages me to continue teaching and giving you new videos every single week to teach you, guitarists from all around the world, how to become a better musician. So hit the notification bell because there'll be new content every single week. And until next time, I will see you again.